heavenly, let me tell you. Look at the sky, it's the color of love. There must have been an angel by my side. Something heavenly came down from above.
For tuning in on my show. Lady Diva Live is active. Phone lines are open right now. I have with me today a powerhouse songstress. Beth is on my platform today. Welcome, Beth.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on your show. Thank you.
Yes, and that track I just played there was The Kiss of Life. What's the story behind the music? What encouraged you to sing this cover song, which was by Sade?
Well, actually, that song is on the album called Red Tiger that is by Blair Bryant, and he is an incredible smooth jazz artist who actually happens to be Najee's music director. And I work with Najee on occasion, so that is how me and Blair met. And I've done several shows with Najee, and so he knows. Blair got to know my voice. We got to know each other, and he reached out and asked me to sing it on his album. He put an album out, and that was one of the songs that he wanted to do. Blair is he's super talented. He played every instrument on that record. The only thing he's not doing on that record is singing. He played everything. And he said he had this vision that he wanted to redo that particular song, and he asked me to do it. And I was so honored that he asked me.
Well, congratulations. Y'all did a wonderful job. Your voice sounds so good. He done a real good job as far as the smooth jazz. It sounds so perfect. Sounds so perfect.
Thank you.
So where are you calling from, Beth?
I'm in Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit, Michigan. All right. That's where a lot of the artists are from. I would like to introduce you to the listeners right now. Beth, she performs both as solo artist and a supportive vocalist, touring worldwide with a lot of other artists like KEM. Also, you had toured with other artists as well. Let's introduce yourself to the listening artist, Beth. What would you say to the curious listeners that don't know of you? How would you introduce yourself to them?
Okay. Well, my name is Beth. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I am a singer, songwriter, and children's book author.
Okay.
People have seen me many, many times, but probably not known who I was. I toured for 5 years with the 8-time Grammy Award-winning songstress Anita Baker, and then transitioned over to KEM. I've been doing background with him for about 10 years. I also sing with Najee, and I'm currently on tour with the legendary OJs right now, as well as doing my own solo shows. So I stay busy. I love what I do, and I feel so blessed to be able to do what I do and keep a smile on my face. I absolutely love it. Every artist that I get a chance to work with has been an absolute dream and a blessing for me, because not only have I been able to watch these legendary artists perform, but I've been also able to learn from them. You know, with my first artist being Anita Baker, that was absolutely incredible, because that was my first professional background job touring. And I was able to go all over the world with her, watch her, learn from her. And then from there on, I feel like there's not a job that I can't do after working with her. She taught me everything. And it's different for a woman being on the road. So I learned so much just, being out on the road with her and learning how to maneuver. And then when I got the job with KEM, it's different working with a man versus a woman. So I got a chance to see what it was like working with a man. I've been with KEM for a very long time. And the great thing about that is I've been able to watch his career blossom right before my eyes. And I've been able to learn a lot from him, and a lot of things that he has done. I have been able to do the same thing in terms of watch the techniques that he used. And I love talking to him and being able to just tell him thank you for allowing me to have the position that I've had with him for this amount of time, and to watch him grow and to watch him develop. Najee was one of these people who I happened to meet, not even expecting to meet him. And just in conversation, I told him, if you're ever looking for a singer, can you give me a call? And he did just that. And I've probably done over 20 shows maybe with Najee. And, he'll call me or we'll happen to be in the same city for a show, and we'll work together, and that's a great thing. With the OJs, they were doing a nationwide search for singers, and I submitted, my booking agent submitted my information to Eddie Levert, and Eddie loved what he saw, and he hired me right on the spot. So to be able to work with them and to be able to watch them, they are seniors out there still dancing and singing and singing these legendary hits that we have grown up our entire lives listening to. And so I feel tremendously blessed, because one of the things that I'm getting from the OJs, if nothing else, is that if you continue to do what you love and you take care of yourself, you will have longevity in this business. So I am grateful to be able to watch them and to learn.
Yes, yes,
Because
and thank
everybody
you
I've
for that.
worked with has been at different seasons in their lives. You know, Anita was in a particular season, Kim was in a particular season,
Yeah,
Nazee's been in a particular season, and now the OJs are in a particular season. I've been able to
yeah.
see all of that, and I've been able to see the broad spectrum of what is available for me to do.
Wow, you are one woke woman, and that's why I call you a powerhouse
Thank
today.
you.
Yes,
Thank
and
you.
your father, Johnny Griffith, one of the
Mhm.
original funk brothers. I see you
Mhm.
grew up in a family of musical artists from
Yes.
legends long ago, and I'm quite sure you picked up a lot from your father, Johnny Griffith.
Not really, because my dad didn't want me in the business. So
Oh,
my father, I knew, was a musician. I knew he played. I knew he worked for Motown, but he never really got into it with me. He taught me music just so that I would have it and know it, but I really had to look for it and study it on my own. You know, by the
okay.
time I was born, my father was no longer with Motown. Motown had moved to L.A., and my father was just playing with other musicians. So the things that my father did, I wasn't around to really see it or to experience it.
Oh,
I had to really go back and research all of that stuff on my own.
and I seen the video when you were on The Voice, season
Mhm.
16, with
Mhm.
John Legend and Kelly Clarkson.
Mhm.
I seen that you sang on there. You did a very lovely job. Uh,
Thank you.
so how was that experience for you being on The Voice?
It was a growing and a stretching experience for me because at the time I had just put out my first solo album in 2017, not knowing how or what to do, but I just did it. I pushed myself to do it. And going on that show really stretched me in terms of me knowing that I could stand up there by myself and just flat foot sing, that I had to use what the gifts were that I had in me. You know,
Hmm.
and it really grew me and stretched me as a singer. I had really suffered from stage fright growing up, and it really impaired
Okay.
me in terms of it slowed me down from singing because I was so afraid. And I was
Okay.
determined to get past that and not let that,
Right.
you know, make the decision for me that I would be governed by fear. So, you know, one of the things I did to break it is just stick myself out there. So I went on that show, which I figured if I don't figure it out here, it's not going to happen. So I got on the show, and I had a great time. And I learned. I came back stronger. I came back a better singer. My mind is stronger. My drive is harder, everything, because I was exposed to actual Hollywood, and that's a
Yes.
big place. That's a big
Yes.
place, but it was great.
Yes. Yes. A lot of artists that do a performance on The Voice, when they had that stage fright, you could tell how they're singing. It comes out in
Mm-hmm.
their voice, and that really
Mm-hmm.
does not look good. So you did a very good job. I'm proud of you, and
Oh,
congratulations.
thank
So
you.
we're
Thank
going to
you.
move into the newest single, our new album that will soon be released, and I have a single that I will spin, which is called
Mm-hmm.
"Let Me Be Me," or what is that called?
Let
No,
Me
"Get to
Be.
Know Me." Get to know
The
me.
album is called, album is called Get to Know Me.
Yes,
The single
yes.
is called Let Me Be.
Let me be. Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And what inspired you to do this album? Because a lot of artists are not doing albums; they're doing a lot of singles. So
Mm-hmm.
you are a powerhouse songstress. What inspired you to do a whole album and to move on with this?
I think at the time that I grew up, people were putting albums out. That's all I know. You know,
Okay.
people
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
not artists weren't putting out singles when Toni Braxton was coming out and when Whitney Houston was coming out and when Anita Baker was coming back. Those are coming out. Those are the albums that were there for me as I was growing up, and then those
Right.
are the artists that were putting music out as I was growing up. And so I didn't know anything about singles. Nobody was putting out singles. They put out bodies of work. And so that's all that I know to do. Now, I have released some singles, and I think that's cool to drop in between your album. But I
Mhm.
think when you really are into an artist, you really want to put that artist's project on and let it play. You know,
Yeah.
and then if you want to mix it up in your playlist, that's fine. But if you really want to hear what that artist is doing, you want to hear the whole project. And I
Yeah.
want to leave a legacy for myself. I don't want to leave a bunch of singles. I want to have
Okay.
bodies of work. You know, I'm already starting on my third album already, and this
Oh,
second
girl.
one's not even out.
Like I said,
So
Beth is a powerhouse.
yeah, so you know, we've learned, especially going through the pandemic, we don't have time to let grass grow under our feet, and we don't have time to waste time. If God has given you a gift, it is time to work, and you're supposed to use it. So,
right.
We are already brainstorming of where we want this third project to go and other things that I want to do to diversify and to also expand my brand.
All right. Thank you for that. Thank you. So this single called Let Me Be, what's the story behind this music, this track here?
One thing I can tell you is when I first heard it, I fell in love with it instantly. A couple of the other producers that I work with, Marcus Devine and Cordell Walton, we were all in the studio one day, and Kenny Flave is the actual producer of Let Me Be, and he is a friend of mine. He's been my friend for many, many years, and we've often talked about getting together to work on a project, and we just never did it. And so finally for this album, I said, Kenny, you got to get on this album. And he says, I'm going to come out of the studio and I'm going to bring some tracks. Well, the other two producers that I had already been working with, they were there as well because, those are my go-to producers. I had already done my first album with them. And I trust their ear and their judgment. I said, you guys, we're going to listen to Kenny's tracks and, we're going to pick something from the album. And we were all sitting in another room, and Kenny went in there and he just started playing music, playing different songs. And when he put this song on, we all just immediately jumped up and said, that's it. So Kenny, like we just knew this was the song. And so Kenny is an amazing producer. He comes from the Queen Latifah flavor unit. He's been with Queen Latifah for many years. I'm working with her, working on movie scores and projects, different artists. He's worked with Mary J. Blige. I mean, he's worked with so many different artists. And I'm just honored to be able to work with Kenny and to have a producer with his background, touch a song that I get to sing on. So, he teamed up with the producers that I do work with, Marcus Devine, and they tweaked the song a little bit and came up with this. And we heard it. We started writing. We brought in another writer. Her name is Hope Rainey. She's an amazing singer. She has a lot of stuff out now. She's actually have something that's getting ready to get placed on a movie that Queen Latifah is getting ready to put out. So Hope is a great writer herself. And I just got an amazing group of people that I'm working with right now. We came up with Let Me Be, and we heard it, and we're happy. And we knew this was the first single.
Now, this album will be released September what?
30th.
September 30th, everyone. So here is Let Me Be. It will be released September 30th, everyone. So I'm playing it for the first time on my platform. So get ready. Here it is. Yeah.
Baby, it's all about you. So boy, won't you come with me?
one. That is Let Me Be by Beth.
Thank you.
Go
Thank
ahead,
you so much.
Beth.
And also, if you are an iPhone, not an iPhone, but an iTunes user, if you pre-order the song now, even though the album is not available until September 30th, that song, Let Me Be, is an instant song that you'll get for pre-ordering.
All right, because that song right there is the jam. I like it. I really like it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Go ahead and give your website information and social media information as well, so folks that are listening be able to follow up with you.
Okay. My Instagram is Beth Always Sings. My Twitter is Beth Always Sings. My website is BethAlwaysSings.com. And if you go to Facebook, it's Beth with the blue check.
All right. Thank you for that information. So what is the ultimate desire, what you wish all your fans out there, even the curious listeners, what is the ultimate desire, what you want them to get out of your music, especially this upcoming newly released album, and Let Me Be?
With this album, I'm just hoping that people feel like they're getting R&B, because a lot of people are saying that they don't feel like music is R&B anymore, and where's R&B, and R&B is gone. And I want people to really feel like we put an effort to bring back some of the 90s feels, because that music is such a good feel. You know, there was such good music in the 90s, and good ballads, and you had verses and bridges and, you know, the whole song structure. And we're trying to do that. And I want people to feel love. I want them to be able to listen to the music and hear a story. You know, I'm telling stories in the songs. And I want people to be able to push play from the first song and listen to my entire album until the end. And it's 12 songs. I want people to listen to the entire album and want to listen to the entire album.
Well, I went back and researched all your past albums and singles that you did, and I got that feel. I got goosebumps up and down my arms. I'm like, there she is. So I'm a fan for life now, Beth. You can't get rid of me.
Thank you so much.
I'm
not going to try to. Thank you so much.
So any upcoming events you will be doing, or are you just mainly working in the studio for this album? You're already working on your third album, you saying. So will you be doing any performances or any upcoming events with KEM or Anita Baker or anything again?
Yes, actually, I'm actually on the road. So actually Wednesday in Detroit, Michigan, I will be performing Wednesday evening at the Aretha Franklin Amphitheater. I'll be opening up the show for Keith Washington and Shantae Moore.
Oh, wait. Oh,
so
my God.
Yeah, so that's Wednesday night.
Lord.
That I haven't even put that on my social media yet, so I'll probably be posting that probably tomorrow. So I'll be opening up that show Wednesday night. Friday and Saturday, I will be in Florida with the OJs. I'll be in Tampa on Friday. I'll be in Miami on Saturday. The following week, I have 2 shows with KEM. We'll be in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, I think September 2nd, and then the 4th, I will be in Atlanta with KEM. So, you know, it's the OJs and KEM and Beth. I'm just juggling all 3 of those right now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're doing good, because there are some artists out there are not doing good like you, but I tell them stay persistent, keep the faith. It will happen, right?
Absolutely. You have to find what your lane is and stay in it. And there are times when I don't have shows. So then you have to find ways to diversify yourself. You know, that's why I have a children's book that I have. And there's other things that I'm working on. And you continue to work on your craft, you know, and your phone will ring.
So the future projects, as far as another third album, are you doing any other future projects, like any music videos for this upcoming newly released album?
Yeah, actually, we'll be filming something in September for the new project.
Okay.
So,
yes,
there will be visuals that will be out, yes. We just haven't done them yet because I'm on the road. My music director is he's on the road, too. He's Ashanti's music director as well. So he's out with her. He works with Brownstone. He's getting ready to do another tour. So we're just basically trying to juggle everybody's schedule so that we can film what we need to film. But there will definitely be visuals.
All right. Thank you for that information. Wow. So I have another single I will play at the end of the show, which is Got Next. Can you tell me about the that track there, Got Next? What's the story behind the music?
Sure. What a lot of people don't know, but I've been talking about it a little bit more, is I love hip hop and I love West Coast rap. That's like one of my favorite sounds.
Man.
And yeah, I love Snoop. He's like my favorite. So when I was working on, this project, I was telling Marcus that I wanted something this funky but West Coast. I don't know how we were going to make that happen with me singing. And he came to me with this track, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And we released it, during the pandemic, so it was a time to encourage people and to tell them, they may be on right now, but somehow, trust me, I got next. Encourage yourself that you got next, that you can be the next best thing, and you're going to be the best that you can be. And we worked on the vocals, we worked on the music. And then he was like, you know what, you need somebody to rap on it. So we reached out to my brother, Swifty McVeigh, who is from the legendary group D12. Okay. And he came on and he did his part, and it just sealed the song. I love working with Swift. In fact, Swift will be with me Wednesday night when I'm performing. Ooh. So, yeah, I normally close out my show with him, and I just love working with him. That's my brother. So, it's a lot of fun, and that song is out of the box for me because I'm a singer, and then for me to do a song that's like that, it's different, but that's another side of me that people are getting to know better. Right.
Well, thank you for that information. Wow. I love the show that we're doing right now. It gives introduction of who Beth is and what she's got coming up. You're more than welcome to come back on the platform to talk about your other new albums, on your other new future music projects. I'm a fan, so you stuck with me. You're more than welcome right now to give a shout out to all those lovely people that are supporting you and keeping you in track of doing your music journey. Go right ahead.
Well, I have an amazing team that works with me, and I know you're familiar with Ron, and Ron is amazing. Ron does so much, and I tell him all the time. I said I owe you like $1 million because he does so much, and he helps me be organized and structured with the things that I'm doing, that I'm trying to juggle. And so I appreciate Ron. So shout out to Ron Ledford for everything that he does, keeping me organized and keeping my schedule together. I truly, truly appreciate that. Ron met me back when I was singing with Anita Baker. And so he is, he's watched me go from background singer to transition into a solo artist. So he's seen me grow. And so he kind of knows me pretty well. So I appreciate him. So big shout out to him. Second, my management. I have an amazing manager, Courtney Benjamin Entertainment Group. He's incredible. For my birthday, my manager got me 17 digital billboards across the country. Like, who does that, right?
17.
Right. So, yes. So I'm just, he sends me a text on my birthday. It's like, yeah, you got billboards. These are the cities. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, happy birthday. I'm like, oh, my God. So I'm so blessed and so fortunate. I have amazing producers, Marcus Devine, Kenny Flave, Carnell Smith, Cordell Walton. Those are the gentlemen that are on my album that had, cranked out this incredible music for me to sing to. Everybody who wrote on the album, let me give a shout out to myself because I wrote stuff on the album too. So Marcus and Hope Rainey, everybody who, my executive assistant, TT, my personal assistant, Keena, my security, my husband, Lewis, everybody who makes sure that I am together. I appreciate everybody. I'm grateful for the team that I have. I remember when I didn't have anybody. I remember when all I wanted to do was sing. And I tell people this story. Sometimes I would do shows and I didn't have anything. I didn't have a record. I didn't have the best T-shirts. I had nothing. But I had some T-shirts to sell, and I would set up a table, sell these T-shirts, and then I would pack them up, go jump on the stage and sing, and then get off the stage and unpack the T-shirts and put them back out. I didn't have anybody to help me, so I was doing everything myself. And then I had my friend, who's my stylist now. She would say, well, I'll come help you. And then so she started helping me selling T-shirts so I could sing. And then my team started to grow, and then my team started to grow. And now I have so many people that work with me. I don't say they work for me. They work with me to help me be great. And I appreciate them so much. So everybody on Team Beth, I didn't mention Faith. I didn't mention Wanda, who handles my merch. I mean, it's just amazing people that I have. And I'm so grateful. And they have pushed me and encouraged me and supported me and made me feel safe and secure so that I could be myself and to grow.
All right. So what I'm going to do is give everyone that you mentioned an applause that they will keep on to your hearing. So as our party here on air about to end, can you go ahead and give the information about your new album, when it will be released, and your website information, please?
Okay. So my new album, Get to Know Me, is available September 30th. And that's just a couple weeks away. But guess what? The album is on pre-order. You can pre-order the album. It is 12 songs, $7.99. And if you order and pre-order on iTunes, you get my single, Let Me Be, as an instant song that will pop up in your iTunes so that you'll have that song. And if you want to connect with me on social media, you can go to Beth Always Sings on Instagram and Twitter, or you can go to my website, which is bethalwayssings.com. And you can also reach me on Facebook, which is under Beth with the blue check.
All right. Thank you for that information. So, Beth, any words of encouragement you would like to give before we sign out for persons that are still suffering in the world today? Any encouraging words you want to give?
You know, the only thing that I could say, and you said for people that are like suffering in the world, like that's a really heavy thing, because I don't quite know what to say to a person who is suffering. But if there's a person who has something that they want to do and they're getting weary, the only thing that I could say is to, have a conversation with yourself and see if that's something that you really want to do, because sometimes you need to make a change and do something different. Find out what your lane is, find out what makes you happy, and do that.
All right. Y'all heard it from Beth here, her words of encouragement for tonight. And thank you, Beth, for your time and participation, for coming on the show. This show has been recorded. Yes, and if anyone has missed the show, you can still hit that same link to listen to the recorded show, and it will be available on major streams online everywhere. And thank you, Beth. Okay. Congratulations on the new album. Hope to see you come back on your new future music projects. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. There are more shows coming up this month on my platform, everyone. I want to say good night. This is Lady Diva signing out, everyone. Good night.
Left for me.
our time. Y'all had a chance to shine, and we'll be cutting y'all in front of that line. You either out or you riding. My homie right beside me with a hustling persona and a crown full of diamonds. Climbing these charts and you ain't stopping a profit. She staying on fire like the back of a damn rocket. We in total control, cold as the North Pole, busting explodes. It's our time to blow, so just know.
They may be on right now, but somehow, trust me, I got next. They may be on right now, but somehow, trust me, I got next. They may be on right now, but somehow, trust me, I got next. They may be on right now, but somehow, trust me, I got next. Oh,